Imagine you finally get your hands on the suspect's hard drive. You are ready to crack the case. You plug the drive into your forensic workstation, open File Explorer, and start looking around. Congratulations, you just destroyed the evidence, and the case will be thrown out of the court. Welcome back to the Silent Defender, and this is video 3 of the Digital Forensic series. Today we are talking about why operating system is your worst enemy and how we can use write blockers to ensure we never alter a single byte of suspect's data. To understand why plugging a drive in is dangerous, you have to understand how operating systems work. The moment you connect a disk to a Windows or Mac machine, the operating system tries to be helpful. It actually mounts the volume, it creates hidden folders, and worst of all, just by viewing a folder, the operating system might update the last access timestamp on the files. In forensic, our golden rule is absolute preservation. If the timestamp says a file was accessed today at 2 p.m. by you, the defense attorney will argue that you could have planted a malware. We need a way to ensure absolutely zero writes happen to the suspected media. Enter the hardware write blocker. This is physical, specialized piece of hardware that sits directly between the suspect's hard drive and your forensic computer. It acts as a one-way street. It allows your computer to read data from the suspect drive, but if your operating system tries to send a write command, like updating a timestamp or creating a file, the write blocker intercepts it and drops it. It physically severs the write command pathway. Hardware write blockers are the absolute gold standard in digital forensic. They are completely independent of your operating system, meaning a Windows update or a software glitch cannot accidentally disable them. Code trusts them implicitly. But they have limitations. They are expensive, and more importantly, you need the right physical adapter for every type of driver. Additionally, if you encounter a proprietary SSD soldered directly to a laptop motherboard, a hardware write blocker is useless because you physically cannot remove the drive to plug it in. This is where software write blockers come in. Instead of physical device, this is software or a registry configuration that runs directly on your forensic machine. It intercepts write command at the operating system or kernel level before they reach the USB port. Software blockers are great for incident response triage, where removing the drive is impossible, but they carry significant risk. Because they rely on the operating system, a major Windows update could reset your registry keys or break the software without you knowing. Some low-level formatting tools can even bypass software write blockers entirely. The rule of thumb: use hardware when you can isolate the physical drive. Use software when you are forced to image a live system or a drive you cannot remove. Here is a real comparison between hardware write blockers and software write blockers. Now let's look at how this actually works. I'm going to show you how to enforce a basic software write block on a USB drive using the Windows Registry. Disclaimer: this specific registry key stops user-level writes, like accidentally dragging a file to a USB. Professional forensic software write blockers operate deeper in the kernel, but this perfectly demonstrates the concept. Let's start by plugging in a USB and perform basic operations. As you can see, we have plugged in a USB. And let's try some basic operation like copy pasting a file. And yes, it behaves as a normal USB. Okay, now we open our registry editor and navigate to HKLM system, current control set, and control. Let me zoom it in a bit. Okay, so we navigate to HKLM system, control, current control set, and then control. Here we are looking for a specific key: storage device policies. As you can see, the key does not exist here. So what we can do is, let's create a new one. So we go to control and create a new key. And let's name it storage device policies. Inside this, let's create a new dword 32-bit value and name it write protect. And let's change the value from 0 to 1. Okay, now since it is done, even if you try attempting it again, it won't work. So what it requires is a restart. So I'll pause the video, restart the machine and demonstrate it. Okay, so we have restarted the machine and we are back. We have also plugged in the USB. So if we go back again, yeah. So let's try this again. Test 1 and do a drag drop. Now as you can see, we are getting an error. The disk is write protected. Remove the write protection or use another disk. So this concludes and explains that the write blocking is enabled on the USB. Now if you want to reset it, you can simply change the value from 1 to 0 in the registry editor and restart the machine again. So you now know how to build a moat around your digital evidence. That is all for this video. Like, share and subscribe to follow the journey, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep defending.